What's up everybody, it's me, FlashySupreme, and welcome to my YouTube channel, FlashySupreme Gaming. The character that we'll be using for today is Ash. The map that today's game will be taking place in is in World's Edge. The drop begins as soon as we begin hovering over Fragments East. It will be another one of those types of games at World's Edge. Fortunately, we're paired with two randoms that have made it to at least Diamond rank. Our Lifeline appears to have made Master rank before during Season 12 as well. The area that we first land at is a destroyed building in the center of the map. There were a couple squads that had landed nearby, so it was important to find a weapon as soon as possible. I found a hemlock and a wingman. That would be sufficient to begin things with in the early part of the game. I decided to open the two supply bins that were nearby because that would probably be the last chance to loot before things start to get real. Round 1 begins and we begin to push the streamer building. The enemy team had a height advantage as they were defending the streamer building on the upper floors. While this provided the enemy team with a slight advantage, this was not going to stop any of us from pushing this enemy squad. Our squad splits up. We'll attack advancing through the building by 3 different angles.
Targets have passed through here.
We proceed through the building by using the 2 separate doors on different sides of the building and begin the attack upon the enemy. The Lifeline starts to get shot at by a third party outside the streamer building. I took a few moments to evaluate our surroundings. It was time to make sense out of all the madness. It sounded like there's a squad on the rooftop of the second floor and someone running around on the ground floor.
Shield cracked. Enemy down.
Now things are beginning to get more interesting. After cracking the octane shield, I realized I was running low on sniper ammo. Despite running low on sniper ammo, I made use of what I had and I was able to upgrade my shields from level 1 to level 2. After recharging the body shields I'd recently leveled up, it is necessary to find more ammo to stay in the fight. I mentioned not having any ammo for both of my weapons. Lifeline dropped some heavy ammo and left 1 heavy magazine, plus some shield cells. Another enemy appears from outside. They were attempting to get into the building. All 3 of us meet them outside, and they meet their demise. The issue outside was resolved, although I still required sniper ammo.
I'm getting shot.
Yo, what's up? They're coming.
That was the last one. We came together, they fell apart.
I don't know what was going on with the Lifeline, but it seemed like my team was going to need my assistance. I made sure to avoid getting fooled by the bamboozle, and I approached the situation with careful precision. It was time to go all in, hyper-focus mode. I still needed sniper ammo, but I made sure that what little ammunition I had left was put to good use. There was a small window of opportunity to revive the Lifeline. If it weren't for my intervention, they more than likely would have been eliminated. Fortunately, my act of benevolence is recognized and rewarded by the Master Rank Lifeline. They were able to spare a few shield cells from their inventory for me to use.
Recharging shields. Adequate.
Now that it was finally calm for once, my team and I took this time to re-heal and resupply each of our inventories. I swapped out my weapon loadout from a Hemlock and Mastiff to the R301 and Bolt. Now that I had obtained a few of my favorite weapons, things would be much easier than before. I took some of this downtime to glance at the map for enemy death boxes, as this is one of Ash's abilities. Although it wouldn't be much longer before another enemy squad decided to initiate a fight. Unfortunately, the Lifeline gets in the way of my tactical and the arc snare somehow moves backwards instead of forward. That's not usually how it's supposed to work. It definitely threw me off while trying to counter this enemy squad's push. Now we're the squad that's defending the streamer building, and our catalyst just got knocked down outside on the ground below. As things start to unravel, the Lifeline begins to lose their nerves, because Catalyst isn't attempting to get inside the
Inside the
building.
house, this house.
I'm spotted, taking fire.
While the Lifeline attempts to make a risky revive, I had to make sure the enemy squad would be unable to advance forward or push from above.
He's revving, he's revving.
Things were getting serious enough for the Catalyst to start using their microphone, although I couldn't understand what the Lifeline was saying. In all honesty, I somewhat tuned them out as all their uncertainty began interfering with me focusing on the situation in front of me. I wasn't fully healed all the way yet, but there wasn't any more time to spend dealing with all that. Instead, the main priority for this type of instance should be to eliminate all the enemies which remain before they get a chance to fully restore. Now that they're eliminated, it'll be safe to completely heal and restock on items and supplies.
You ground them into dust.
God.
By the start of round 2, there were only 5 more squads left within the game.
We're already in the next ring. Shield
Bunch
cell
of
here.
moles.
At least we're already in the next ring. I took one final look around the area for more loot. After scavenging all that was left behind, I took another look at the map to see if any enemies had passed away recently or nearby.
Half the edge, so you gotta come from here. Most but the other
My shield
side.
need a bit more power.
After too long a time spent wandering around aimlessly, there's no other choice than to use our mic. On the map, the other deaths I seen was at the geyser.
Pass through there.
There's a
And I
bunch
guess
of
there's
people on
people
that
over there
side.
then.
Whoever's left is on that side, and they're coming. That's a lifeline pocket. That is a lifeline pocket.
Hostile spotted.
I said we defend the house. This is our
I
house.
think we should go over here.
No, it's about to close anyway, is it? No, it's not closing. We got 2 minutes.
It's not that I'm afraid of speaking on the microphone. After all, I'm the narrator of this video. The issue is the audio of our Lifeline is distorted due to some type of audio glitch, making half of what our Lifeline's communicating to us
Seeking optics for
unintelligible.
SMG.
At this point, it made more sense defending the streamer building rather than pushing an enemy squad out in the open where the ring's gonna be closing. There'd be a very likely chance of a third party showing up during or shortly after we eliminate the original squad anyway. It was time to make a critical decision. Moving up. I made sure to let everyone know what I was about to do. I'm gonna
Our
defend the
enemies
streamer
left
building.
Defending this spot.
Now, let's
And
go
there's someone
inside.
behind us. I think we should defend this. If you haven't already noticed, there is a slight delay between when I'm talking to my teammates and when it gets recorded on the video. The good news is that I fix this problem in future videos. The bad news is that for this video, the conversation between me and my teammates sounds awkward because of the 5-second time delay. Now that that fun fact is out of the way, we're making sure the enemies were aware of the dangers they'd be facing if they're going to be challenging us at this location. This new castle, for instance, learns the difficult way of why it's never a good idea to push alone inside a building without your teammates.
Down the line. Reloading.
Hey, do not leave the building. We're gonna have the other people pushing us, guys.
Coincidentally, the same misfortune is about to occur to our Catalyst.
Cut down an enemy.
Push. There's another team.
That's over. I think there's one more.
Back out to the
Always learn from your enemy's mistakes
Thank you.
and avoid repeating any of the same errors that they have made.
we gotta go back to the building.
Without any hesitation, I used my ultimate and told my team to use the phase tear. I got my ultimate. If they want to survive, they'll listen. Shortly thereafter, I witnessed an ideal endgame situation begin to unfold. We're at the right place at the right time for the perfect third-party opportunity.
Enemy down.
You hear that? There's a
Where?
Frag out. Enemies have been here.
Oh, I like them all.
Over in the building. The third squad was obliterated swiftly.
Both of them.
Recharging.
One more squad remains.
Oh, I got like 5 assists only.
So many
Can you make
enemies.
it?
None stood a chance against me.
Must be another one in there. Yeah, I'm pushing. There's a
Oh, wait, no,
Pathfinder
it's a
that's
Pathfinder.
attempting to flee
Not
for their
working.
life. They decided to abandon their
Oh, that's the
teammate,
last guy.
leaving them behind.
I didn't know.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
this is the last guy.
That's
Find
the
me
last
light
guy.
ammo.
Get him.
Yeah,
Jump him.
he kept running that way. He's on top of the tree.
I was prepared to chase
He's healing
down
on
this
top of the
Pathfinder, but indecisiveness and
I hear him on
confusion
top of me.
amongst the squad slowed down those efforts.
Fire. I sent an enemy.
Apart from the Octane that I knocked down in Fragments East, the only enemy that's still alive is the
Oh, he dead.
Pathfinder that we're hunting down. It will only be a short matter of time before we're finally able to catch up with them. Since the area they're fleeing to is
Replicator
mostly out in
incoming.
the open, apart from the buildings, there really is not a place that they could run, hide, or zipline to that's safe.
Are you going to revive?
The Lifeline mentions something about them reviving their teammate, but I remind them that the Pathfinder left the Octane behind back in Fragments East. The Octane behind back there.
Well, there you go. Easy up, boys. Jeez.
I've played many games at World's
ultimate
Edge,
is ready.
especially
You
at
are the
Fragments.
Apex
Never
champions.
experienced a game that started and ended at one location for an entire match in such a short amount of time. I've been playing since Season 0. That should put some context into how uncommon this actually occurs.
1 kill, 6 assists. Damn,
Good job.
2300, that's good.
If you have made it this far into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, FlashySupreme Gaming. That is all for me for now. Once again, this is me, FlashySupreme. Keep it flashy and reign supreme.